Today, we're counting down the 10 most emotional and heartbreaking moments in football. We begin with Daryl Dike's saddest moment in his football career, which occurred in 2024. Daryl Dike returned to the pitch after a lengthy recovery from an injury that happened during a match between West Bromwich Albion and Stoke City in April 2023. During that match, he suffered a rupture in the tissue that connects the calf muscle to the heel bone, known as the Achilles tendon. This type of injury often requires surgery for recovery. After being sidelined for nearly 9 months, Dike returned to play in January 2024. However, just 5 games after his return, while playing against Ipswich Town in February 2024, he tore his left Achilles tendon, having previously injured his right Achilles. This new injury was devastating as it meant another long period of recovery, sidelining him for the rest of the year. Dike was heartbroken, and his tears touched everyone's hearts, imagining the pain and frustration he must have felt. His fans, who were thrilled to see him back, were equally devastated by this setback. But this is just the beginning. The next moment is even more emotional, though not as much as the last 3 moments. On April 17, 2022, during the match between West Ham and Burnley, where the player named Ashley Westwood was involved in a 50-50 challenge with a Croatian player called Nikola Vlasic. The challenge resulted in a severe injury to Ashley Westwood's ankle. Westwood had to be stretchered off the pitch. Although Nikola Vlasic did not receive any card for the incident as it was a fair challenge, he was visibly shaken and moved to tears by Westwood's pain. This moment, marked by empathy and sportsmanship, was deeply moving for everyone who witnessed it. October 27, 2018. On that day, a helicopter, a Leonardo AW-169, that carried Thai billionaire Vikhai Srivaddhanaprabha, the owner of Leicester City Football Club, crashed outside the King Power Stadium. After a Premier League match at the stadium, the helicopter took off from the pitch. It climbed to about 430 feet, but then a failure in the tail rotor control system occurred. This caused the helicopter to spin out of control and crash in the stadium's car park. The crash took the lives of Leicester City owner Vikhai Srivaddhanaprabha and 4 others: Nursara Suknamai, Caveporn Punpair, and pilots Eric Swaffer and Isabella Rosa Lechowitz. The pilot's last words were, "I've no idea what's going on," as the helicopter began to spin uncontrollably. What a sad moment. People said goodbye to those who died in the crash with deep sadness.
Drink and watch Tops play polo. It's just unbelievable. Don't want to live with it.
It's a big thing for Leicester City there.
In this football club's history, when they won the Premier League and Champions League football, and he's going to be really missed. The fans took to him and warmed to him.
This sadness was felt again in football when a famous player, Lionel Messi, left Barcelona after playing there for more than 20 years. Messi joined Barcelona at the age of 13, moving from Argentina to Spain. He developed into one of the greatest players in history during his time at the club. Messi won numerous awards, including the Ballon d'Or 7 times, which is a prestigious individual prize in football. He also helped Barcelona win many trophies, including 10 La Liga titles and 4 UEFA Champions League victories. Messi was a cornerstone of the team, and many believed he would finish his career at Barcelona. However, in August 2021, fans were stunned when it was announced that Messi would be leaving Barcelona. The club could not afford to keep him due to financial difficulties and La Liga's salary cap rules. This news was a big shock to the fans and to Messi himself, who expressed his sadness in a tearful farewell press conference.
Pudiéndome despedir de ellos bien. Simplemente gracias a todo el mundo.
Saying goodbye to a player like Messi is hard, but it's not as tragic as when we witness a life-threatening event on the soccer field. On June 12, 2021, during the Euro 2020 match between Denmark and Finland, a player named Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field. In the 43rd minute, Christian Eriksen was running to receive the ball and suddenly fell to the ground. The players from both teams immediately signaled for medical help. Denmark's captain, Simon Kjær, rushed to Eriksen's side and provided crucial first aid by positioning him properly. When the medical team arrived, they found that Eriksson had suffered a cardiac arrest. They quickly administered cardiopulmonary resuscitation and used an automated external defibrillator to deliver a life-saving shock to restart his heart. Thanks to their swift actions, Eriksson survived and has since returned to professional football.
The moment that we have all been waiting for, that Christian Eriksen has been waiting for, a sight many thought we'd never see, a moment we thought couldn't possibly.
We wish Eriksson continued good health and success in his career. Before we talk about the last 3 moments I promised you earlier, let's talk about another very sad moment that happened on February 18, 2023. This incident was even more severe because it led to the tragic death of Ghanaian footballer Christian Atsu. Atsu played his final game for Hatayspor in Turkey, where he scored the winning goal against Kasımpaşa. Tragically, the next day, a powerful earthquake struck Turkey, particularly affecting the region where Atsu was staying. Despite desperate efforts to find him, Atsu's body was discovered under the rubble of his collapsed residence nearly 2 weeks later.
I couldn't cry that time because I think I was in shock. I was like, no, maybe it's not him, you know, and he was like, no, it's him. We've seen him, we've seen his body. So yeah, it was not nice, no.
This heartbreaking news deeply saddened fans worldwide, especially in his home country, Ghana. We move on to which took place on October 30th, 1977, and led to the tragic death of Renato Curri. Renato Curri was a talented Italian footballer who joined Perugia in 1974. During a Serie A match against Juventus, Curri suddenly collapsed on the field. The cause was later determined to be a heart attack. At that time, medical responses to such emergencies were not as advanced as today. Despite the immediate efforts of the medical team, Renato Curri could not be revived, and he tragically passed away. Moving on to our last 3 most emotional moments we've been waiting for. Starting with George Teagle's head injury. George Teagle was playing in an Austrian Bundesliga match when he collided with another player's knee. This collision caused Teagle to suffer a severe head injury, rendering him unconscious. Luka Lakashvili, a defender from the opposing team, noticed Teagle's condition and immediately came to his aid. Showing great sportsmanship, Lakashvili quickly ensured that Teagle's airways were clear. This prompt action was crucial in preventing Teagle from choking, and it likely saved his life. Thanks to Lakashvili's life-saving intervention, Teagle made a full recovery. For his heroic act, Lakashvili was honored with the FIFA Fair Play Award, recognizing his exceptional sportsmanship. Before I conclude the video with the final moment, I have another important event that I don't want you to miss. This concerns the passing of a beloved Sheffield United player named Maddie Cusack. She passed away on September 27, 2023, at the age of 27. Although the specific details of her passing are still emerging, her loss was profoundly felt by everyone. On the day of the match against Newcastle, all the Sheffield United men's team players wore Maddie Cusack's jersey number 8 to honor her memory. The club flew flags at half-mast, and a heartfelt video tribute was shown on the big screen. Before the match began, the entire stadium observed a minute's silence in her honor. In the 8th minute of the match, fans and players paid tribute with a minute of applause, celebrating her life and contributions to the team. We now move on to the final part of this video. Do you know this man you are seeing on the screen? He is Dele Alli, an English professional footballer. He's great, right? But his background story is truly inspiring.
At 6, I was molested by my mum's friend who was at the house a lot. So my mum was an alcoholic. And then 7, I started smoking. 8, I started dealing drugs.
Selling drugs.
Selling drugs, yeah.
Dele faced many challenges during his early years. Despite these challenges, he demonstrated remarkable resilience. As he grew older, Dele decided to seek help to improve his life. He entered a rehabilitation facility specializing in addressing addiction, mental health, and trauma. It was here that Dele began his journey to healing and recovery, transforming his life and pursuing his